My name is Andrew Scoville, and I'm the director of Love Machine. Love Machine is a collaboration with many people that I've been working with for a long time.
We started talking about doing Love Machine sort of just actually from like a need to make something.
Love Machine explores the human need to innovate and the drive to create new technology.
I think the core theme of the show is about exploring the relationship between technology and love and the human identity.
It raises questions about losing our human identity, like when we move into this extremely technological future.
In our exploration, I think that we have found that that drive is attached to a lot of things. First, love, connection to other people, and also loneliness. Other than Satellite Love Story, which we started with, we are very much conceiving these other parts as we go along. And each part helps us sort of explore how that will manifest in the past, in the present, and in the future.
The Satellite Love Story came about when I was in college at NYU, and so I got this idea of this girl who was in a long-distance relationship with a satellite, and specifically the NASA Space Station Skylab.
And I think the first part is really asking questions about where this relationship with technology began and how through fantasy and through imagination we dreamed of what was possible. In the second part, I think we're confronted with sharing physical space with that technology, and so how do we as human beings act when technology is performing in a way that something like Bina 48 can perform? What does that say about us, about what makes us human, about our own consciousness?
You know, cause my emotions are kind of simplistic in this robotic simulation. It's kind of like I over-intellectualize. You know, when I feel like I can't relate to people, it makes me feel so sad.
She's like, even though she couldn't actually recognize everything really that was happening, she seemed to actually care.
In terms of hearing tone in your voice and seeing gestures in your face, that pretty soon we'll be able to approximate and better.
I think it's all stuff that we all sort of struggle with thinking about all the time. Another story is simply just about trying to wrap your mind around a way of living that you've never imagined before.
And the third part is really a leap to imagine a way that these ideas could develop into an entirely new existence. So, you know, how could we exist if these ideas about technology and loneliness and innovation prove to be true? What are the values that we will bring to the future when our bodies don't mean anything and our consciousness means everything, you know?
All of the technologies that we're using are so deeply intertwined that you really need every single element to tell the story. From the very beginning, we were always sort of interested in using technology in new ways to sort of create new narrative moments, and should be viewed as sort of another actor in the performance. To not be able to develop the technology as the narrative is developing is, you know, it seems like you're missing out on a really essential tool.
The reason that then it feels necessary and an intrinsic part of it is that we've been lugging all of this stuff to the rehearsal room since day one, and we've been like carrying expensive equipment on the bus.
The first question that you ask an actor when they sign on to a project like this is, are you comfortable playing with this technology, you know? And they have to be open-minded about that, and luckily I think we have been blessed with collaborators who are very open-minded and who are very down to play with this kind of stuff. The interactivity I think we're really interested in because it brings the performers and the audience into awareness of the present moment, which is always a goal of theater. We are in service to the show as a whole. And so the actor and the technology are working together. We use things that people are familiar with, hopefully in new ways. The more we do this work, hopefully the more people will acknowledge what we're doing, and people will endow us with the tools to continue this exploration and realize that our discoveries are only limited by the resources that people are willing to give us. I feel strongly that there is no piece of hardware that Dave Tennant couldn't figure out if we were given it and given enough time. We could go anywhere with a piece of device theater. We could do anything. Yeah, that's definitely true of the technology, and it's true of device theater in general. They're like a beautiful marriage, you know? They work so well together, in my opinion, obviously.